Hello and welcome back to another beautiful Sunday. I'm your host, Pinup Miami, and today I'm going to show you how to achieve like the perfect red lip. And before we got started today, I wanted to go through a few of like my lipstick collections that I have. To start off, we're going to start off with lipstick holders. And I thought I'd show you this because it's so interesting how like makeup has evolved throughout like every like different century has different um, types of like culture. I'm saying like a lot today. So sorry, but it's so different, and the detail you see in all the older makeup and how it was actually green. You had to refill your makeup, and you just went to the store. They refilled your compacts. The compacts are beautiful. The packaging is so beautiful, and it's lasted this many years. That's why we still see it at antique and thrift stores. So just check it out. No. So this is the first one. Look at this beautiful lipstick holder, and it has for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's a beautiful dainty girl. And you would just like pull off your lipstick and all around her, and just look how cute. I'm gonna leave my favorite one for last, but I do collect lipstick holders. Oh shit! This one a very simple one, but if you wanted to like have something to easily grab on the top, I love the pearl on the top. Same thing, fits the lipstick, goes with the gold on gold, and I love it because you can just grab it and move it wherever you want on your vanity. Then we have this one. I love it because the little cupid in the front here. Look at that detail. So beautiful. And same thing. It like fits your lipstick perfectly. Looks so cute. I love it. And then my favorite one is this one. This one's older. Sorry. This one is older, and it's just like the mirror is gonna reflect all this light. But look how beautiful it sits on your vanity. It's even tilted so that you can pout and like put on your lipstick. Super cute. Same thing. Hold your lipstick, put it all around. What do you guys think? I love this one. This one's my favorite. They're actually all on my vanity. They're not made to be twisting around. And if you wanna see the lipsticks that I have, I brought out a few to show you. This one is empty, and it has like a monogram. It's just look at this, how gorgeous. This belongs to somebody with an R. Oh, actually, you know what? It's a Revlon. It's Revlon, but there's no lipstick. This one's gutted out, but it's a Revlon 3527, and like the script is so beautiful. The texture. Then we have this one. It's a blue. This one is nothing cottage. Look how beautiful it is. This one I love it. It has the blue. It's missing some stones. The blue detail on the top. It has an old lipstick. It doesn't come up. These are very like toxic, so don't ever like put old lipstick on or old makeup on in general. Now the other lipstick you saw me trying to put on the containers, this is actually repro. It's Besame, so you could actually get them. Hold on, sorry about that. So This one is the Besame Cosmetics. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. So it's modern, but as you can see, it's reflected towards the same kind of colors that, gold packaging, very beautiful. And I have used this one before. That one's used, and this one's safe to use because it is gross. Let me know if you guys have tried Bethany and what you think of it. I'm like torn. Now, a great little antique that I always keep an eye for. I have a few of them, so I brought one to show you guys. Is this lipstick mirror? So, in this has a little clasp. A lot of it's so funny. The first time I ever saw one of these, the person that was selling me, I thought they were rings. I mean, I could see it as a ring, but it's a very big ring. It's actually a lipstick holder, and you could actually use it with the Besame one. You just clamp it on, and you're like, oh, what is it for? Well, it has a mirror. So when you're on the go, you could just pop out your lipstick and apply. I just love these. They look so classy. They add something to your lipstick. And if you have this Besame one, alright. And then I have just a little fun thing to show you. I think I showed it once on my live when I first picked it up, but it's this tube. This tube right here, it has the pink rhinestones. Super pretty. It looks exactly like the other lipsticks, but as you can tell, it's a little bigger. Check this out. It's not a lipstick. It is actually a on-the-go toothbrush. Come on, like that's adorable. When I found this, I thought it was lipstick, and I love the packaging. And then when I picked it up, I realized it's longer than all the other ones that I have, and it's like a lipstick. It's just the attention to detail in the beauty products. Like I've seen collections of people like Gabriela from the owner of Besame Cosmetics has a beautiful makeup collection. I've never seen it in person. I interviewed her on my podcast. If you want to check out that episode, it's the Pin Podcast. Um, but she has a beautiful collection of gold cosmetics. There's another girl, I forgot her name. I follow her on TikTok. She works for Revlon, but she has like the amazing powder puffs. So there's like really intricate powder puffs that you can like you know what I'm talking about, powder puffs on your face. But yeah, I wanted to give you that and just show you a little bit of the fun stuff that I have before we get into today's episode of getting like a perfect red lip. And red lips are just iconic, both in a good and bad sense. I guess iconic. I guess you hear people say that any news is good news. What is that phrase that they say? Even bad news is good publicity. I don't remember the saying, but um, red lipstick has been around. If you watch Ancient Aliens since the Sumerian times, like the queen, not the queen, the ladies that ruled had red lipstick. Cleopatra used like elements and bugs to make red lipstick, and it was like a statement of power. But then when you go to the Greeks, they used it like whoever wore red lipsticks were prostitutes or actresses, because for stage makeup. Um, Queen Elizabeth loved red lipstick, but her red lipstick had lead in it, so it kind of led to her make. She had a lot of makeup on. I mean, when we see Queen Elizabeth I, she's always like powdered up. She went baking, but she never baked away. But yeah, she died of poison, and it could be maybe the lipstick, the makeup, a mix of everything. And then you had the suffragettes that wore red as a sign of in solidarity, as a protest to be powerful. Um, I'm just using all my mixture of Travel Channel and History Channel and YouTube from my memory. But then even Hitler hated red lipstick so much. So in the Marines, I'm sure that intrigued the Marines to make it mandatory for women to wear red lipstick, and they wore a color called Victory Red, which is super interesting because Besame Cosmetics has a Victory Red color, and I've never seen it in person, but it looks so beautiful. And I just find it interesting. The Marines made the girls, they even had a package that they would give them lipstick as a sign to represent America. You know, the flag has red in it. And just the power. And then the shift of like from the 50s, the 60s, 70s, 80s, the trend of red lipstick has been everywhere, um, but it's always stayed. At some point, someone wears it and it signifies something. So today, red will signify, I would think nowadays, red would signify um, your personality. I have it with the perfect red. Woo! Yes, Vivian. They're so beautiful. I love that color. Yes. Oh, hey, how are you? Congrats on your award, Annie Jones. Congrats on getting the award for the movie. All right. So for today, I wanted to start off by naming. I always get asked, and I'm wearing a plain look today because I want to show you how powerful a red lipstick could be, in your look. So I have my glasses on because my eyes are irritated. I have my hair down, and I'm wearing a car show t-shirt. And if you guys are just flying from Vegas or enjoying Viva Las Vegas, I hope you guys had fun. I hope to go next year. All right, so let's start off today's by I'm going to show you guys my top three lipsticks. So I'm going to start from the bottom to like my top fave. So on number three would be the MAC Ruby Woo lipstick. Yes, that one. I just love this color because it's matte. If you want something that's not matte, I would go for the Russian red. They have a really pretty Russian red. And the lip liner that I'll be using today is the Ruby Woo liner. Then second in Ruby Woo liner, the second in my list would be the Fenty. This one. I love this one, and the packaging is the Fenty Beauty. If you haven't heard about Fenty, Fenty is owned by Rihanna, and I just love this red. And I really like a bold red. Now, red can mean different for all types of people. So if you want a softer red, a cherry red, a blue red, we all have different skin tones. So experiment. And I would suggest that if you're trying to search for like the perfect shade of red, buy your lipstick at Sephora. Sephora lets you return lipsticks even if they're open or you use them. So for example, when I went through my journey of trying red lipsticks, because I used to love this, there used to be this beautiful red lipstick by Makeup Forever. They discontinued it, and I was so sad. So then I was like hunting, and I found, thanks to Sephora, I mean, I didn't go through a bunch, but I went to two or three lipsticks, and I was able to return them because either I didn't really like them, the color didn't look good on my skin. But then I finally found a few, which was the Fenty one, and then from the Fenty one, I was in a rush one day, and somebody at Walgreens told me about my favorite one, and that is currently my favorite. These always change. But right now, I love the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink Lip. Call it Super Stay Lipstick. It's in the color Dancer. I love this color. I've seen it on different skin tones, and I feel like it does really well. Same thing with the Rihanna one. I would say for the skin tones that I've seen, I really love the way it goes. So yeah, those are my top three lipsticks. And the lip liner, I would say I love the one from MAC or NYX. So I'll be using MAC today. Make sure you sharpen it. And so the number one thing I always say when I do any makeup look is that foundation is key, meaning like your skin treatment, you exfoliate, wash, and make sure when you do your skincare, you also take care of your lips. So at least once to twice a week, scrub your lips. I did do a live before of how to make like your own exfoliant lip scrub at home. You can make a lip scrub with simply sugar because it's not that harsh, and honey, and just softly just soften the lips. If you're in a rush, get a clean spoolie, not this one, but a clean one. And when you get a spoolie, you can also just brush it against, and it will help exfoliate the top layers. Do it very gently. I will leave this as a last reserve, but if you don't like using super scrubs, you can use a clean spoolie. And then you put, moisturize your lips with like chapstick, And then when you do your makeup, I like to put foundation. I already put foundation and setting powder. Get your lips dry. And here we go. So we're gonna start off with the lip liner. Now, you don't have to use lip liner, but lip liner helps your makeup stay in the lines. So imagine like in elementary school when you didn't want to like be in the lines, you have to stay in the lines. Because in our face, people will be like, oh, that girl had a little too much something something or stayed up too late dancing, you know? So you're gonna take your lip liner and we're gonna line the lips. Sometimes I don't line them, but then you gotta be, more aware of your lipstick that could move if you eat something very quickly. All right, so I like to start off with the Cupid's bow, and we're just gonna outline. And I start now. Okay, I know a few people might ask, do I overline them? Do I underline them? That is personal preference. I like to go right on my line, and then create like a very dramatic Cupid's bow. I don't like to make it bubbly. Does that make sense? Like curvy. I like to go more straight on the top and then curvy on the bottom. So I start with my Cupid's bow and do like an X. So we're gonna start off. It's gonna look like an X. X. And then you're gonna keep going all the way down. Now the other side. I feel like I look like Kim Possible. Maybe Kim Possible. Now I'm gonna outline the bottom. Now I don't really go all the way into the inner corners because that will smudge really quick. So try to leave some space with your lip color and with your liner. Put some lip gloss in it. No, no lip. So now you're gonna color it in. Now why do I color in? It helps with the bleeding. So if you have mature skin or a lot of wrinkles right around your mouth, if you just do the liner, it's more possibility that it's gonna bleed out. But if you do it fill in your lipstick, it helps with avoiding the bleed out. So we're gonna fill it in. Now at this point, if you notice that your lipstick is like out of place or you want to clean up in certain areas, oh, I don't know, am I blurry? All right, so we already have this lipstick on. If you find that your lip liner is a little off, get a brush. Use a clean eyebrow brush. I like using a thinner brush. And you're gonna get your foundation or concealer. I'm gonna be using my foundation, and I've seen this before. I love the Fit Me foundation, and I love it in this packaging because you squeeze out everything in there. You just squeeze it out. If you have the glass one, I feel like you're missing out on some products. So yeah, I don't need to clean up my lips, but I would just dab a little bit and then go in and clean it up. It really helps your red pop. it up now before your lipstick in case you mess up on a lipstick or something gets smudged on mistake. You know, look, we already have lights on our face. Hi, Lizzie. All right, so now we're gonna get our handy dandy, my favorite, the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. Now I do the same thing I did with the pencil. Start with the top and then fill it in the bottom. And I start out and then in. That way you could focus really hard on the outline of your lips and then go in and fill it out. So let me do the points. Now don't go outside of your lip liner because then that's not the point of a lip liner. Just leave like a little microscopic like difference. And then fill in the bottom. And again, don't go all the way into the, what do you call this, the side of your mouth, because that will cause you to, it's just going to get in your mouth. And see, so far there's nothing in my teeth because I didn't go all the way in. But yeah, again, make sure it's symmetrical. Which guys see, isn't this a beautiful red? I love this red and it dries matte. It's in Dancer. I'm not sponsored by any of these brands. Um, and the reason why earlier in this episode I showed you the Besame one, and I love the Besame. I love the packaging. I love the color that it gives off, but I just don't love the stain power of it. It's more of a traditional like lipstick, and I love vintage and I love retro, but there's a reason why times change and things get better and we adapt. I mean, we went from rotary phones to an iPhone, something that we can hold in our hands. We can communicate with people like that in like 2 seconds, even less than that. Um, because we're on our phone so much, you could even get it on your wrist. So, you know, going from, this lipstick, these lipsticks I showed you before, which I'm not gonna lie, I wish though, like, just look at the difference though. It's just not as, but if this could be put into containers that last so many years, that we could just go to the store and refill. I think that would be like the epitome of like going green. Because then we could just purchase this and just fill it in instead of having to buy a new lipstick and wasting plastic and then throwing it into the environment. Same thing with pencils. I do own refillable eye makeup. They don't work now, so you can't refill them unless you make your own makeup. You know, maybe. But I really think that's the only flaw. If you could just refill it and we could have nice packaging, that would be perfect. Let me know if you agree in the comments because I really think. But see, it's drying, and look how true red that is. Yes. And I'm waiting for it to dry because I want to show you guys that it doesn't come off. It's just the only thing it's not proof is like greasy food. So if you decide to eat like a greasy burger, the lipstick is gonna come off. Because think about it, all of our makeup removers is technically like a type of grease or cold cream. Um, it just like melts your makeup away. So yeah, give me your complexion. Well, let's see, nothing's coming off. This is a real test here. I would wait a few seconds, but so. Oh, and Vivian got me this. This one added it to my collection. This is the little flower girl. I mean, if you could tell why she gifted it to me, like twins. And then, like, now you see why I love this one. Ah. You know, and when I first bought it, I thought it was broken because it was tilted. But I'm telling you, it's so smart because when you put your lipsticks on it, if it was facing forward, think about it, you won't be able to see it. But since it's slanted, it's like in a vanity, and you see down. It's perfect. I mean, genius. I'm giving too much credit for this. Ah. All right, so not too bad. Come on, for lipstick, it's probably just because I put a lot on the top and in the bottom, but nothing, nothing, nothing. On paper, it comes off. I don't know, but I'm telling you, skin to skin. Yeah. All right, so that is my tips and tricks, and a little history, and a little show and tell on the makeup lipstick tubes that I own. I want to say thank you guys for joining in this weekend. You're welcome. And I hope to see you next Sunday. If you have any suggestions on any tricks you want, tutorials, videos, talking, make sure to hit me up on my Instagram at Pinup Miami. And check out my podcast that will be coming back at the end of this month. Pin Podcast on all podcasting platforms. And if you want to request any topics or guests on the show, hit me up on Instagram. I love you guys all, and I hope to see you all next